Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a homeschool room declutter because it's kind of a mess right now and school's about to start. So if you are new to my channel, I created this channel as a homeschooling resource to do different curriculum ideas, organizational ideas, and ways to invite Christ into your homeschool space. So if you're interested in those things, please hit that subscribe button and let's declutter this homeschool room. So first off, I just want to say that usually once a year, I try to go through and clean this whole room because kids are a mess. They make such a mess. It's crazy to me how messy they can get. So usually their desks we clean out once a month or every couple of months because they collect everything and just fill up all their drawers, and it drives me a little bit crazy. So I try to go through it with them so that they can learn how to keep things a little bit more organized. But they also just touch everything with their dirty fingers. So their desks are all dirty, the walls are all dirty, everything's all dirty. So this is like pull everything away, sweep under everything, clean the walls, do all the stuff. Switch out old curriculum because their old curriculum is still in their drawers. They've been using it kind of during summer school time. And so just kind of go through those things. And then there's a few things on the walls that I want to take off and just declutter a few of their pictures, their art that they have hanging up. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through it and we're gonna do it. It might take a few days, just because of the limited time and all that kind of stuff. But I'll go through the room a little bit first and just kind of show you what I'm thinking of doing, and then we're gonna do it. So here we are, and I know to a lot of people it probably doesn't look like a big mess, but to me, it's a little bit messy. So over here, we already had done this wall. I'll put the link either down below or up above for you guys to go see this whole closet wall declutter if you want to see that. But I do want to take the United States calendar, I guess you could call it a calendar, whatever this is, map down and just push this one up a little bit higher because we're going to be talking about the world this year instead of the United States. So we finished that this summer, so I need to take that down. And then each of my kids, have their little desks right here. So their drawers, the curriculum all needs to be changed out, but they also just have a mess in there. They stuff all the papers and all the pencils and everything. It's a disaster. So we'll clean all that stuff out. And then, this. I know they love their artwork. They're very proud of it, but it just gets a little bit much. And so we need to take care of that. And then, erase the board. But over here, again, same kind of thing, just trying to clear things off so they have room to work. During the summer, I let them keep it a little messier. But once they start school, I don't want as many distractions on their desk. All this stuff is everywhere and it distracts them from being able to do their work. Okay, so then this poster writing board thing right here, I think I'm gonna take it down. I put it up last year thinking we'd use it more, but we just haven't, and it's kind of in the way of like my son's desk. So I need to take this down. It has molly bolts, so I'll just pop those into the wall, fill the holes, and then probably touch up the paint on this wall. There's a lot of marks on it. Over here, it's kind of my desk. My toddler thinks it's her desk. I guess she's not quite a toddler anymore, but she leaves all of her stuff everywhere, and it's very exciting. And then I am undecided about these maps. I'm still trying to figure that out, and then just kind of cleaning some of this up and maybe filling up our caddies some more. I have some new pencils and things, so I might put those in there. And then again, cleaning up this area, cleaning up the desks. This is all turned sideways, but I have a whole bunch of curriculum in here that I need to take care of. I need to bind these and make those, whatever those are. Some of them are lap books and stuff for my third grader, so I need to do those. So that's kind of what I have to do. I also need to wipe all the walls and clean their desks off and move their desks and sweep underneath. So you'll see me doing all those types of things as well. And hopefully it doesn't take a horribly long time and we can make it look nice and be organized for at least one day of the school year. Hopefully, that's the goal. So I'm gonna get at it and get cleaning, and you can see how it goes in the video. So I've been asked how I made this puzzle. I actually had a map that I just traced on butcher paper, and then I cut out all the individual pieces, and I left the New England states together because they're a little bit smaller. And then I just laminated everything and put Velcro on the back. This taking down all these things is making my muscles really sore. Probably because I worked them out that morning. But anyway, so I just put Velcro on the back and then I stuck them up on the map on the wall. And so I'll link the book down below that I got the map from. It's from Amazon, and it also has a puzzle in it that my kids really enjoy doing of the United States, and it gives other details about each of the states that I really like. So that will be linked down in my blog post below. So I took the Molly bolts off the walls, and this is just how I do it, and it's fairly easy. And I just unscrewed all the screws, and here I am dancing and singing a lot. I don't know what exactly, but probably something Disney. And then I just take a screwdriver and just pound them, and you don't want them to go all the way through the wall because then you'll have a bigger hole to fill. So just pound them a little bit, and then you can put the putty or wall filler, whatever, I can't think of what it's called right now. You can put whatever you want to use on the wall. And that is my husband. He's a little goofy, as you can see. He has a YouTube channel as well. It's Market Power, and he talks about economics. So if you want to check that out, he would love that. You get these little hands waving throughout this video if you see them. There's been several times all my kids, when the camera's really high, they're trying to be able to see themselves and they can't because the camera's too high. So for all these drawers, I just took this stuff out, I wiped them out and played a little bit, I guess. And some of them were messier than others, and some weren't that messy at all. And Liddy's gonna make a lot of appearances in these videos because she's around me. She's my little shadow, and my other kids were gone one of the days at their charter school that happens once a week, so she just joined in the fun. It really is quite amazing what kids can collect in their drawers. It's kind of a mess, and then wiping everything down too, it's just so dirty. Kids are so dirty. Their bottom drawers have most of their just kind of stuff. I guess it's mostly miscellaneous stuff. It has books, pictures, glasses like these, and a bunch of other things. So I just kind of let them have that drawer, and we still have to clean it out because it gets rather messy. But so here I am trying to figure out how to move all these tables around. They're not attached to the drawers. The tabletop isn't attached, and so if you just move the tabletop, then it will just fall over. So you have to make sure it has something to rest on. Look at this disgusting mess we have here. Stuff all over the floor. Gross, kids. And I discovered a whole bunch of puzzle pieces under the rug. So that was exciting. And more stuff over here. It's a mess. Kids are messy. So I'm just getting the walls ready to paint. I'm just wiping them down and making sure that they're mostly clean before I paint them. Here's my kids trying to get through the jungle of all their stuff and figure out where all their stuff is while it's in the middle of the room. Shake that paint, shake that paint. It's really old paint, so I have to shake it really well. I mostly painted the walls just from kind of the middle down, and the paint matches mostly, like it's the same color, it's just been a a couple years since the top's been painted, so it matches mostly. There's just certain lights that it might might look a little bit off in, but for the most part it looks good. And I started to move stuff back. I have a little helper wanting to plug things into the wall, and then we're gonna get this room back together and finish cleaning everything up. So all my kids but the littlest are gone at charter school. It's their first day. They just go 1 day a week. So I'm gonna try to get all this back together. I just pushed the shelving unit back, but I want to get it all put back together and throw anything else away I can before they come back, because then they'll never know. They might know a little bit. We'll see. But it's the best time to throw things away is when they're not here. So I'm gonna keep organizing this and try to get it back in order so that we'll be ready for school. So Liddy is joining me as I'm cleaning out her drawers, and she is going to be showing us a bunch of her toys, but she's looking at the video on the side of the camera, so a lot of her stuff isn't in frame very well, but apparently, you know, she's already mastered the art of making videos. And she has these fun Band-Aid slap bracelets that she loves, so she's showing that off in this video. Okay, so we finished cleaning up the homeschool room. I'm so excited that it's done and we're mostly ready to start school. There's still a few things, but we're mostly ready. So I'll just go over everything hopefully somewhat quickly. So up here, I took down our sign language stuff. I put them someplace else. I'll show you in a minute there, over there, just so the kids could still reference them, but most of the stuff they know already. And I switched our schedule. This is not even a solid schedule. This is just very basic extra stuff, not like what's in my kids' work drawers for them to do for school. So I put that up there. The calendar is still the same. And then I put back up our 100 days of school, Pledge of Allegiance. This seemed like the best place to put it because otherwise it gets in the way of this bin. So in this bin, I just kind of keep our work for the week, or sometimes the science and history or geography we're working on. So our science books are in there, the teacher books, our geography, some of our scripture stuff is in here. So that kind of stuff that I use every day, or books we're reading for that week. So the first week we'll be talking a little bit about the earth and the different layers of the earth. So there's a Magic School Bus book we'll read. And then our group reading, we're gonna start reading Corrie ten Boom. And we have some other books, some earth science experiments, I guess that's what they are. So those kind of things are in there, and I just switch it out every week or every few weeks. And you know, the science, geography stay in there all year, and the other stuff I switch around. So I moved the United States poster thing, whatever it was that was up here. And I moved the world one up. It was further down. And I also have a map of the world coming that's blank that we can use a dry erase marker to write in. So I might put that down here. I'm not sure if my kids will just try to erase it. So maybe I'll switch them again. I'm not really certain, but that will be here soon. So that's kind of everything that happened on this wall. And then all the rest of these walls, I moved everything in, touched up all the holes and repainted. So all the rest of this got repainted, at least like the bottom half of the walls that we used the most. So hopefully I didn't just make you car sick by whipping the camera around everywhere. And so I just went through all my kids' desks and got rid of a whole bunch of their pictures, tried to clean stuff off so they have a place to work. My daughter has the most little knickknacks. A lot of it is actually from her doodle crate. This stuff's her birthday, but there's a lot of doodle crate activities here. And then I switched out their drawers. They're mostly ready to go. There's still a few things I need to put back into them, but for the most part, they're ready to go, and I just need to mark what they're gonna do the first week of school. And then this is my son's desk. The paper thing used to be up here for us to write on, so I took that down and filled in the holes. and just left him a little bit more room since it kind of got in the way of his desk. So that's what his desk looks like. They all have these little rock creations. They go to a charter school one day a week, and it started yesterday. So all this kind of stuff is all from charter school, and they've been playing with it all day. And my brother's family gave them these really large pictures of Snorlax and I can't even think of what the other one is right now. But anyways, that's Snorlax. And they're the bead ones, the beads you melt, and they make really large ones of them. So I hung those up there for him because he loves Pokemon. And then this rug down here, I moved it and cleaned out under it, and it was a mess. There was a whole bunch of puzzle pieces on this side that had gotten pushed under. It was super dusty. There was paper everywhere. So that's all clean right there. And I feel like this is probably what I organized the most. I left most of the stuff on top, but we did go through and organize this carousel a little bit and put some more stuff in there and moved a few things because I had a whole bunch of books over here. It was just full of books. And I wanted to utilize these shelves, but they weren't quite the right size. So I had to go get pliers and a hammer because the little pegs were in there super tight. So I pulled those out and then hammered them in a little bit higher so I could fit books on the shelves, and then put the shelves back on and started putting my books up there to try to make a little bit more space. And then move some of the pens and markers and stuff that used to be right here and put them up here and in this one, so that I could put all the books right here so they'd be out of the way, because I'll probably have my old laptop sitting here because my son's going to be doing typing. And so I just wanted to have room for that to be there. And then I put all the sign language papers back there just so my kids could still see them if they needed to. And then I went through my 3-year-old's drawers down here and just kind of organized them a little bit. They're already a mess again, but at least it's in her drawers. And then I cleaned off these boards. My kids stuck little stickers to them already, so that's funny. But I cleaned these off, and then his desk is all clean as well. This, I'm trying to decide what to do with it. Usually when they finish their work, they put it in there. But I'd like to take it off his desk. But if I put it on this desk, it takes up a lot of space. So I might have to get something that's vertical, you know, like this, instead of down here. So if you have any good suggestions for something like that could sit on that desk in the back, then that would be helpful. I also took all the things out of this tray. As you remember, it was full of stuff that needed to be done for homeschool for this next year. So I got through all of that. I bound stuff, I made lap books, and I just organized all the curriculum. So I'm glad that it's done. There'll still be more to do, but at least that's done. But again, I went through, cleaned out his drawers. Most of the stuff is there. It's ready to go. And that's basically it. So we finished cleaning the homeschool room. It took a little bit longer than I thought because of having to paint walls, and I didn't want to push back desks until the walls were really dry because I didn't want to pull off my fresh paint. But it is done. I am so excited that it's done and that it's clean and it's ready to go for homeschool this next year. And so if you like seeing these kinds of videos, please give me a thumbs up, and I hope you have everything ready for your homeschool year, and I will see you next time.